We always hear people saying data-informed design or data-driven design. But what is the meaning of that? I want to shoot this video because I want to tell you a bit more how I usually do it. I hope you enjoy, stay tuned, and comment if you have any other question. Design product is never easy. You never know what to do next, or most of the time it's really hard to understand what you need to do to improve your product. One of the tricks is using data to inform your next iteration. Data is great because, as I said, you can inform your next iteration, you can understand what's going on your website, but also you can win arguments. That is really important. But we have two different types of data. We have quant data, is also called quantitative, that type of data. That is like when you go on Google Analytics and you see a lot of numbers there, percentage, that is what is called quant data, briefly. Then we have qualitative. Qualitative data or qual data is when you speak to users. You have less numbers, you have like 5, 20, I don't know, but less numbers, and you speak directly to users. Usability testing, for example, card sorting, that type of things are qual data. Usually you never use only one of the two. You use them combined together in order to get out the best of your design. For example, if you look at your Google Analytics and you see that at one point of the journey something happened, a lot of users drop at one part of your funnel, then what you want to do, you put that part of the funnel in front of your users. So you do usability testing, qual data. They will probably tell you what's going on there. You will try to understand, or you will understand probably what happens at that point. I don't know, probably something is confusing, something doesn't work, and so on. So to recap, quant data will tell you what is going on. Qual data will tell you why is happening. But how can you use data to inform a specific design decision, let's say like that? One of the things that I like to do is iterating on components, for example. One day I was working on a checkout of a product. Do you know when you get to a part where you have to set up your direct debit? Usually it's a box where you have to put your name, surname, your credit card. At one part you need to say when you want the money to come out from your bank account. So what I've done, I checked a bit of data, quant data, and I was realizing that the majority of users were selecting just 3 dates of the month. So what I've done, I exposed that 3 dates. I made that into 3 different buttons, and then I added another link in case they wanted to select another date. It looks like a really minimal change, but if you start removing that type of friction throughout the whole experience, you might end up with a better conversion at the end, or at least happier customers. There are other great tools that I love to use that you can stalk your users with. One of these is Hotjar. It's quite famous recently, is like popping up a bit more, but I also use others like crazyegg and so on. I love to use them because they're really easy to set up. You just need a bit of code on the page, and at the end of the day you don't need dev work in order to learn and understand and analyze. And it's quite easy, straightforward, because you don't even need data analysts to understand what you have in front of you. There are different things that you can do with these tools. One thing is almost real-time recording of your users, so you will be able to see users doing things on your website on a specific part of the funnel or throughout the whole experience. Another thing is heat map and scroll map, so you will be able to see at what point the users stop scrolling or where they click. These are really powerful tools, but I've seen people using them a bit randomly. And if you don't start always with what you want to achieve, what do you want to know from your users, you will get nothing out of that. A good way to use these tools is when you want to optimize a specific page. I want to show you an example here. When I was working with my team in the past on this page here, we had 100% of converting users seeing this page, but this page was pretty useless. So what we done, we ran crazyegg, and as you can see here, you have people not getting even halfway through the page. Just 18% of the converting users would sign up, and the click-through rate was really low. We believe that users will need a bunch of information at the bottom of the page at that time, but seems like that they would survive even without that, as they wouldn't get it. What I've done, I came out with a bunch of hypotheses and design decisions based also on previous data from conversations, from requests from users, and so on. We run an A/B test at this point. I shortened up the page. All the information that now were spread out through the page at the bottom of the page, now they are combined or removed directly. Moved the sign up on the right and pushed up also the banners that were at the bottom of the page. As you can see, more than 40% of the users get to the part where we want them to get, like the banners. We had an increase of 20% in sign-ups, and the conversion through rate was up of 5%. Crazyegg is, for example, really useful if you want to compare the old and the new. Bear in mind, this is just an idea the way I use data. There are so many different ways. You don't have to use Crazyegg or Hotjar if you don't want. I used in the past Google Analytics. It depends from you if you want to learn more about Google Analytics and how to analyze data. I would love to learn more from you. Did you use the data in a different way? Did you make an improvement in your previous design? How do you use data? I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it, share it. I really like to help other people and other designers to learn more about getting the best out of their skills. Follow me on Instagram on Mark0D'Amelia. I will put some links around. Tell me if you have anything else that I have to answer. I hope you enjoyed, but mainly I hope that this was really helpful, and I see you to the next video.